South African music and the South African landscape. We can't talk about South African music and not mention this legend in the room, and he joins us now to tell us more about his award. Sir, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live. You don't age, eh? I must say. You still you do not age. You still look like you could take on the stage right now. All right, let's talk about this award. I mean, what does this, on a personal level, mean to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award from ACT?
You know, to tell you the truth, I'm always humbled when I'm told that I'm going to receive an award for my lifetime work. And you really feel blessed that there are many people out there who really think that your contribution to the development of the music of South Africa is worthy of being, lauded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for you, what makes this music thing worth waking up for every morning? Clearly it's your passion, and it's second nature to you now.
I started as a kid, and it's so much ingrained in me. There is no way I cannot do this.
Yeah.
What can I say? That's who I am. That's what I am. I started out, I wanted to be the composer, the arranger. It was a passion, and it's still with me to this day.
Let's talk about performing live. For you, it's one of the things that that come with the journey of music. Is it? What do you feel like when you're on stage? Do you come alive when you're on stage?
Well, you won't believe this. Before I go on stage, I'm extremely nervous.
Okay.
But once I do the first song, the second song, then I begin to relax. But always keeping in mind that, by the way, I'm not here to profile. I'm here to work, and to give these people their money's worth. So I really delve in and go deep into it. And I look at it not as fun, but as work.
What have been the highlights, though, of this journey of music?
There are 100,000 of them. I just can't particularly pick one and say this one and that one. I would say the highlights in my journey of music is having worked with people like Moheri Belafonte, Cannonball Adderley, Nina Simone, Miriam Makeba, Hugh Masekela, Jonas Gwangwa, and many other people, Joe Sample, late Joe Sample, and Wayne Henderson, late. Those are my highlights, because from all these associations with these guys, I learned a lot, which is very good. If you are in the arts, you need other people that you can kind of bounce off what you see in yourself.
And all these years, what do you think your biggest contribution to the South African musical landscape is?
It's not for me to say. I mean, that would be arrogant to say, well, I've done this, I've done that. I can't. I'll let the people tell me what they think I've contributed. I just can't.
We have footage of you performing, and I wanted to chat about, that live performance. I mean, about does it ever get old? I admire musicians because it almost seems like, it's a hobby. It's this lovely thing that they do, your first love. Does it ever get old? Does it ever feel like it gets old?
No. For instance, if you have a favorite record, or let's say a CD, it can be Miriam Makeba, Sibongile Khumalo, whatever. That CD of yours, every time you play it, do you ever feel that it's old?
No.
No, it's a song you love, so... And if it's a good song, it never ages. It's always there with you.
Are you still writing music?
Yes, I am.
Is it ever going to stop?
No, I can't. Because, it's not something that I sit out there and say, I'm going to write a song.
Yes.
It's always there with me. Sometimes some of them are, they are not, they are frivolous. They don't mean anything. But then now and then something will spark, and I say, this one I have to pursue. And then I will pursue it. When I get home, I'm going to sit at the piano and see if I heard it right, or was it the devil who was whispering in my ear.
Let's talk about people that have contributed immensely to the journey that you've taken on. Who was the first person who said, you can do this music thing? Or who gave you assurance that you can go ahead and pursue the musical journey?
To be quite honest, it's Victor Madoda Ndlazilwana. he was the leader of the Woodpeckers, a group in Benoni. And Victor, that's when I used to sing with 3 other boys, so we were 4, the Cats and Jammer kids. And Victor would come to our rehearsals, you know, and listen. You know, well, he was the leader and he wrote most of the music for the Woodpeckers. He was also the principal choreographer for the group. And he would just sit there quietly and listen. And, you know, after we finished rehearsing, he would come to me and say to me, "You've got a nice voice, Ndwana. You should keep it up." You know, but that was not it. The way he really affected me was I had written a song for the guys, you know, same age group, and you know how reluctant they can be if you're all the same group, same age. And so they didn't want to sing this particular song. And lo and behold, Victor comes into the room and he finds us arguing about whether to sing the song or not to sing the song because it was written by me. You see, he used to write some of the music for us. So this particular time, the guys were saying, no. We don't think you are like Victor. We get a Victoriano. But then, so he comes in and he says, "What's wrong?" And then we tell him what's wrong. And he said, "Try it." So the guys reluctantly tried the song. We all tried. And it didn't sound good because they were reluctant. So Victor, because he was much older, and he said, and we respected him, he said, "Sing the song." You know, and he's looking at it and he said, the notes, you know, tonic sulfur. No, kulani magwetin. So we sing the song. And then when it was done, Victor says, "But it's a nice song."
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think so, when I go back. But I think Victor was encouraging us. And then he said to me, "Ndwana, I think you've got a gift and you must pursue it as a composer, Ndwana." That's very good, Ndo Yenzi. But he didn't just say that day. Every time he meets me or we're performing, he would say, "Upaleni namhlanje. You have anything," you know, like that. And that told me that if Mututsu Victor can say that, I should continue.
You've got
with
this.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Dr. Caiphus, thank you so much for talking to us. Caiphus Semenya, legendary musician, talking to us about his Lifetime Achievement Award at this year's ACT Awards. These awards were held in recognition of celebration in excellence and South African arts and culture creativity.